Hey folks, it's the quiet guy that keeps to himself. Today, you know, I live in a rural part of southern Illinois. Not afraid to say that. I don't know what that means. I watch a lot of YouTube folks, like maybe you do, in the old gaming world. And, they say support your local store, blah, 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 blah. And the one in my town, it's more card games. And that's all good and well, but I'm not into that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but nope. Anyhow, I had to drive to basically Kentucky today. And on the way back, I did get some stuff at the local game store. I stopped in Evansville, Indiana, and they had some, I can't remember the store's name, but they had some things that I bought. And I thought I'd share what all I grabbed. I'm just throwing stuff aside. This is going to happen. Where's my paperwork on them? Of course I don't have it. Oh, here they are. Slowly, we're going to have a priest. We're going to have a recidivist. They're basically like a bad fighter, backstabbing type. I think the priest is going to be a specialty priest. That's printed this out on the Basic Fantasy thingamajigger. We're going to have a paladin, level 4, I don't know. And then, yes, a monk, martial artist. So he's going to paint. Anyhow, let's just go through the stack. First off, this came in the mail. Exalted Funeral had this, I think, for nothing. So I just had to pay shipping, and it's the Fantasy Trip Citadel of Ice. I started with Melee in the Fantasy Trip. Haven't played it since 1981, so I think even though this isn't a solo adventure, I am going to try to maybe just run a Fantasy Trip party through there. I'll read the instructions. So yeah, it was on Exalted Funeral, like I say, for, I believe, free. Maybe that was because I bought something before. I don't know, but I'll take it. And then, yep, that's more on that party. That was on something I have a lot of notebooks. This is for a later date. So I don't know if this happens to you, but I forgot that I ordered things, and this came in the mail. Advanced Fighting Fantasy, and it's relevant because I heard I listened to a podcast after I got it, and I sort of liked what little bit I've read about how it works. It's pretty basic, even though it's advanced. But then they said Troika was pretty much like that, this is the book I have, so I plan to eventually read through that. Then, let's see, first things first. Where's the one game? Yes. So, I can't find my fancy schmancy deck of cards. There's a lot of stuff piled up there. But I do have these fancy schmancy cards, which this is Deck of Mini Dungeons, and I didn't really realize it, but yeah, they're basically, they'll be pain in the butts if they get turned around, but yeah, besides having basically you'd have like a part of the dungeon, and then you draw the next card, and it'd be like that, and you roll the dice for what encounter, so... but anyhow, I had these just sitting here, and I need to use them, but I am going to use them just for... I got a journaling game. 7 Murders Till Midnight. And I don't think anybody's reviewed this, and it looked pretty cool. It was kind of like you're basically hunting a serial killer. Yes, you'll have to do some writing. No, I'm not going to go through all of it. But basically, the cards are a mechanic to create your story. And then as far as going crazy, your sanity, you basically have to do a hangman thing, I guess, and then clues. Somehow that happens, and the cards have different... you put them in individual piles, and then shuffle them up, and then draw them as the game goes. And I don't know. I might do the beginning of this, because, yeah, I just might... It's pretty, I guess it's pretty gruesome. Can be. So they said just don't deal with the gruesome parts if you don't want to, but pick that up at the local game store for $17 from Absurdist Productions. And yeah, I like mysteries. I like British mysteries. You can set this wherever, so it's going to be probably somewhere in London. No, I will not do the voice. And then they had, the basic fantasy thing that I plan to do with the L1 module. They had dice on sale, and I think we all know what brand that is, although they didn't have it listed, so I don't know why. So they were only $5 a pop, and I thought, well, bad guys, character, have these. Another one of the characters. I don't really like these. They're just too, yeah. So I don't know, but we'll use them. We use them for some weak character that I don't like. So if he dies, then we won't have to use those. And then these I sort of like, but you know what? Every time I use them in a game, I don't do well. But yeah, they're just black from Kraken dice. I got into a Kraken thing, but yeah, I think the other ones are, I believe, Chessex. Anyhow, so that was like, $5 for a pretty basic set. I don't know. For what I'm doing, I thought I could use them. So, all right. Dice. Then, like I say, local game store, they had that. Now, I've been trying to find this online, and you got to wait like a couple weeks. I don't know if it has to be printed. But Into the Sesson Citadel is basically like a lot of tables to create a city. And I like the hideout thing. I like the idea of generating a building, And what was this? I had another. Oh, I thought I had another thing marked. But yeah, it's just interesting. And then basically it's like running the streets, running underground in the sewers, or maybe a dungeon type thing, and then the spires doing that as a area. So really kind of a neat read. And the thing was, I have Sandbox Generator, not taking anything away from that. The Hexmac generator that was in the Crusade Chronicle. God, I keep saying it wrong. But also, you can make a castle. It's all there. It's just this is a little bit, the art's pretty cool. Let's just go through a quick flip through. You roll the dice and you can make an underground city kind of thing. I mean, I guess that's nothing new. It's new to me. But yeah, just a lot more tables. It's a book, so some bad guys, some, I don't know what that is. How your reputation of some of the gangs in the city. So anyhow, local game store, they had it, $40 in Evansville. Oh, and the dice I got in Olney, Illinois, just a little bitty store, had them cheap. And then I got this, and I haven't had a chance to look at it. Of course, this is Twilight 2000, and you can do this solo. And I like the idea of playing solo dice with more than one character, initiative card, encounter cards, game catalog. I did look through this real quick. There's some secret information. I don't know all what I would use solo, but there's some character sheets. I'll print mine out. You can set these up. I'll probably use these in just regular dungeon type games, theater of the mind a little bit. Some counters, kind of neat. And then, yeah, I did read through the solo rules a little bit. Oh, I popped one out of the counters. There's a referee's manual, and is that where they had the solo? Conversion rules, scenario site generator, burnt town. Okay, that's probably not it. It must have been the player's manual. Whoops. I was looking through, and just real quickly, I'm trying to find it. I know it's in the back. Travel. Well, now watch it be in the other one though. Looks well. Yeah, it must be in the. Well, I know I read them. Travel. It had to be in the referee manual. Conversion solo rules 102. So I was transfixed by that map. Well, to be fair, they are hard pages to see. Yeah, solo rules, creating encounters, helpful hazards. hazardous, further elements, weapons. So yeah, part of my brain, I think, it just because this is a war game and not a role-playing game per se. I guess it's a combo. I don't know. I think it'd just be easier to solo because there's a history of that with that type of gaming. So we'll see. A little bit different history, I guess, compared to all the stuff that we have to use with tables. So yeah, a lot more stuff. I don't know. I did have a video I put out that showed me actually playing a game and reviewing it, and I think I'll put that up pretty much in short order. I have a few I'm videos ahead, so basically I think that we'll be able to, yeah, post one tonight and slowly have people watch. So anyhow, as usual, there'll be more of these to come, and thank you for viewing.